Okay, guys, I am zoomed in on the pile that's closest to the door right now, which is actually two of them. The wood thing is actually in front, as far as to me goes, not to the door, of the containers and stuff that are behind it to the left. Um, they're both about my height or higher. I'm literally zoomed in. The top of the frame right now is about not even half the pile up on the wood thing. Um, I am taking a break from my back. I just took the last two massive boxes out. There's one more that's probably gonna kill me. Can't be heavier than the last two, but there's two that are unfinished. One of them might be coming up here and getting filled. The other one I know for a fact is getting filled up here because 99% of the stuff is up here. I just haven't moved the box yet, and the way I'm doing it is very much the way I've done things before, which is part of the reason why I made sure that no one was home for the time that I was working on downstairs, because one, it's a massive surprise for my mom, and two, because the way that I clean things is moving things out, sorting them, and then putting them back. But that's also because we don't have a garage or an undercover, so I can't. And by undercover, I mean something that's weatherproof, like something that's not going to get minus 20 in winter and have tons of wind chill. So I've had to bring things in order to work on them, which I don't like doing because my room's been totally filled with stuff before. Um, and, the amount I've gotten done is insane, but we're talking literally years of this. It's coming up on 3. And the way I'm doing things this way, just because apparently, and I didn't know this until I tried it with the first box, which was one of the heaviest boxes of today. I was going to use the plan. I'm going to say this pathetically because it somehow isn't going to work. The basement stairs, the clearance for the dolly between the back wall, like across from the door, and the actual step in the door frame itself is too narrow for the dolly, and I scratched the paint actually getting it out with the first one. But I couldn't do that, so I've been doing everything through the inside stairs and going through the house. So to make it easier, because I have one more set of stairs and a door sill to go over for the door that's right there, is I'm gonna be piling everything up right here and there, in the entranceway and in front of the back door, which is behind me, and I have the boxes and all the containers and stuff because they're both in two totally different categories. And I'm basically just lining them up and stacking them, and I am going to be at this point moving the moving everything out and down the stairs, because there's 3 steps outside that door that I have to get down, and the rest is dead flat to get to the gazebo, which is new, and it's the only undercover that's outside that actually has any room in it. And I'm going to be moving everything out there, and then I'm going to be moving all of the furniture and stuff that's downstairs that's not staying there out. Don't worry, it's sunny for probably at least a week, and it's hot, and I'm going to be covering it with a tarp so it doesn't look horrible anyways, not that it does, because in all honesty, most of the boxes are getting recycled, and everything else is, well, nice boxes, and not horribly conditioned furniture. So, aside from my inglorious sweating, I'm doing pretty good, actually. I'm so dead. I'm literally taking miniature 5 to 10 minute breaks because my back is still not working properly, and I'm trying not to blow my knees out or anything like that because that's just the way my body is. So I'm trying to get all that done. It's exhausting as hell. I've probably used about 6 Kleenexes on the sweat on my face and head, because I'm cool, but my body's working, so it's, I'm sweating. So it's just sweat I have to wipe off because I'm trying to prevent getting acne more, because it pops up randomly, especially here. I got a surprise for you guys in a vlog in a couple weeks, probably. I doubt it'll be sooner than that. I don't want it to be sooner than that, but if it has to be, it might be. At least now I know it's doable after some research last night and today, about 20 minutes ago. But that's what I'm doing. The goal is to get all of this done before people get home, before my mom gets home, which I have roughly, what time is it? I have roughly, can't do math. I mean, I could if it wasn't an analog watch. And this is fancier than the one that I was going to get, but it has a timer on it. It's a manual timer, but it's a timer, so it works. It's 2:20 rounded up. So we have about 3 hours, 40 minutes, give or take. 40 minutes or an hour or whatever, on literally either side. But, and I'm pushing myself as much as I can, given that I almost have a back injury from last week. But I know what my body's capable of. I've lived with it for almost 23 years. I'm like no stranger to this crap, or to myself, as much as I hate saying it. Oh, fuck. It seems to be my spot. And I got more shit beside me that needs to be sorted and gone out. But right now it's just getting things out of the house. Because, believe it or not, sorting things to go back inside is easier than sorting things that are already inside for staying inside. I don't know why the psychology works. I know what the psychology is, but I hate how it works. But I don't know if I'm going to get enough time to move everything around in my mom's room. Because most of the stuff is getting moved around in there. And most of that's because of accessibility and where the hell do you put everything. But, because this is a small-ass house. So, we'll see!
Oh, okay, there's far too much room.
Does it look like the house we bought now?
A little closer. No, that's great.
I'm trying to move my truck into position, but, ignore the dirty windshield. It's been parked under trees for like a month. These horses do not move. They're not scared of anything. We had a mini excavator a week ago or two, and they went right up to it. I don't want to use my horn though. Are you gonna move? Come on, go! Shoo! Shoo! Yeah, keep going! Shoo! Go! Go on! It looks a lot closer than it is on the camera, just saying. Go! 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 Come on, go. Out of the way. I can't even tell how close he or she is. I don't know if that's Teardown licorice, but like I have I keep. Come on. I know you're not that stupid. Suddenly stopping seems to work. Believe it or not, this isn't the hardest part of this. Really? That's licorice. I'm just gonna pull in here and then back it up a bit so I can make it through the gate. Okay guys, so tomorrow slash today slash whatever, I have a list of 12 things that I hope to get done. Most of them, and I mean literally most of them, are so simple that a kid could do them with one eye closed and one hand tied behind their back. But they do need to be done. Mostly peace of mind and just, you know, so I don't have to think about them again. And it's everything from needing paint codes on my truck to cleaning up some car parts to getting a tank out of the bin and you know, throwing some stuff away or whatever, things like that. But there's 12 items on the list, and they all need doing. So that'll be the sort of the end of the vlog for this week. The first few vlogs are specials because we had the digger one, we have the basement reveal, and the engine one this week. Next week we have the depending on timing, we have more digger and possibly a new pet coming. Everyone in Discord knows about it. And then the next week I don't know, but it just happens to be because by coincidence all of this is happening at the same time that the first, you know, few are specials. It's not a titling thing, it's literally just the first few. It might continue, but that just means more is happening, which I highly doubt. I don't plan on the vlogs being 20 or more minutes long consistently. I'm actually surprised that last week's was under an hour, and this week's, if it's above 20, I'm gonna be sort of surprised. But if they're like 5 minutes long or whatever, most of the time I'm not gonna be surprised by that. But they'll all be fun, so enjoy. So I wasn't recording and I actually missed it, but I literally managed to get this thing close enough to out that I just managed to pull it out with my hand. Call that a once in a lifetime. It's sort of dramatic. So crankshaft is right here. I'm actually gonna lower the tripod because I'm not even looking at what I'm seeing. Crankshaft, which was a bitch to come out because, of course, for an engine that's been running for 3 years or more and has been driven once in the last, you know, several years, it was a bitch to get out. All the grease and everything was stuck. The amount of bike degreaser I had to use, which is heavy duty bike degreaser stuff, which is apparently just about normal WD-40, I had to use that to get all of this off. This is the valve cover. I'm glad that this, whatever this is, and its fair half, which isn't there, I think it might still be on the engine actually. Glad I didn't have to take those off. You can tell that this one is the cylinder that was shot because this engine was on 3 out of 4 cylinders when I bought the car. So the engine was shot already. The thing ran horribly, but it was run, as you can tell, because you can actually see that this one is just straight up messed up right here. It's got white all over it, and the other spark plugs are actually new. Aside from, you know, they were ran once when the car was initially bought, but those are new. I was with it when we bought those, but you can tell that like that valve is shot. This is the fuel rail, and I have no idea what this whole part is. I want to say it's the exhaust manifold because it looks just like one, except exhaust manifolds don't have this big thing on it. But this is where the fuel comes in and the sparks plugs are initiated, all the things form. This is where the air goes from the filter to the engine. Those are the pistons. Those are all the bolts. I'm probably going to be keeping a few of them with the case when I clean up the pistons and stuff. I am keeping the crankshafts as well, but they're in the shed that I have to dig out and clean those up. Our massive bike degreaser, chain cleaner and degreaser, apparently works amazing. I don't like the fact that it foams, but hey, it works, so screw it. We have our, I think this is Mastercraft. It's from Canadian Tire. If you know what this is, you'll recognize it, but I can't remember, so I'm not going to. These I'm going to use to get the rest of the grease off of it, because I am going to be making a 3D model of this with photos of the main engine, the valve cover, and the head cover, and the block. I'm going to be making 3D models, so I have to clean all those up, which should be easy. I'm just going to put it in a bin, soak it in degreaser and hot water, and let it go to work. Not at the same time, obviously. Everything else is getting chucked. I want to keep one of each bolt, depending on how special they are, and probably one of the accessory things, just because they're going to be so easy to clean up and they're so small and everything, they don't take up any room. We have, obviously, the bolts from the kit I just showed you with the middle ratchet, and this bolt that I bought yesterday just for the flywheel, or crankcase, whatever the hell you want to call it, bolts, because it's a 12 point, all we have is 6 point. Now this engine uses a 10, 12, and 14 primarily on the valve cover, or not on the valve cover, on the, what's it called, the crank, and a couple of the gears that are here, whatever. It uses a 17 and a 19. This is a 17. This is one of the two torque wrenches that I got from Princess Auto a year plus ago. It's adjustable and everything. I just wish it had a push on the head so that you could release things easier, because especially for short bolts, because I was using 10 mils on it, because everything on an engine on the inside is torqued out like crazy. It would have been nice, but that's it for the engine teardown. I have very dirty hands, surprisingly not nearly as dirty as yesterday. This has been a 2-day project. I can't even believe I did it this long, considering it took me 3 years to get the car done. Of course, that's learning everything from scratch without much help. So if you take that into consideration, pretty impressive. But this is also my truck. For those of you guys that don't know, I have a new truck. It's not new by any means. It's a 1996 Mazda, but it's going to be shown in some videos very, very soon. Because it's got body work as far as the paint and stuff. It's got engine stuff that needs to be done. And I have all the parts. The parts are actually sitting right there. But a little battery notification that's popping up. So in terms of all of this, it's at the point where I can actually pick it up now, because one of the main things that I told my mom, actually, because she's like, well, why not just chuck the whole thing or whatever, get what you need and chuck it. And I told her the main reason why I was going to take it apart the whole time was because you can't pick the stupid thing up. When we moved it from behind the shed where it was initially put, when it was removed from the car, it was put behind the shed way out of the way, so we never had to move it again. You couldn't turn the thing by hand or anything like that. Like, you couldn't knock the engine over if you kicked it. So I'm like, we aren't moving it, regardless of if it's in a bin or not, because we can't pick the stupid thing up. So it's not going to do much good if it's in a crate, if we can't pick what's in the crate up, because then we won't be able to pick the crate up. But now it's fairly light. I still would never try using both hands. It would be a hell of a bench press if I was going to try and pick up the block with one hand. But I can pick it up easily with two hands, and we'll see how the next part goes. It'll all be in vlog probably tomorrow, for the beginning of the next one. Because I don't know how long next week's vlog is going to be, just because of the digger coming back and of what we're going to be doing with it. But this is it. And the next video is going to be cleaning it all up. It might be its own separate special as an extension of this vlog. I don't know. But like, just to tell you guys how long this thing's been here. For the record, the third piston was so hard to get out. Like, the rust that's on these things is understated on camera. It's so bad, but this is all thick grease. That's here. You got one. Can I find the others, or did I take them off? I think I took them off, but there were a couple spider nests. No spiders somehow, but all spider nests. You got that right there, which I wouldn't touch if you paid me to. But you know, it's been spiderized previously. But like you can see even here, like the fact that I got that out even with that hammer, which for the record is like one of the most heavy duty hammers you can get. And this thing was bashing it up because of course the material is, this isn't aluminum or something. This is cast iron. It's not supposed to be hammered. So like it's insane that I even managed to do this, but I did it. It's over with. I can clean everything up now. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.